So yeah, hello everyone. So today I'm going to announce another new series, and this new series is a series that I actually have planned for a while now. And what I mean by that is, this series is something that I've always wanted to try to do, is make videos like this. However, I decided to try to actually make it an actual series now, and put it on chat. So I figured I'd mention that. So put it on chat. Like I said, the point I'm trying to get to is that for those of you who don't know, like I said, or for those of you who don't know, if you guys seen a lot of those, if you guys seen those versus memes, what I mean by that is, like, where you have two characters face off against each other, you know what I'm saying? But what I mean is that if you guys seen those YouTube shorts, which is basically people putting two characters from different shows or movies or games even, and have them face each other, you have like different things like speed, strength, IQ, stuff like that. But don't you? Basically what I want to do, and if you can tell by the title, I want to do that with Thomas and Friends. So, and one thing I should mention is that I actually already filmed the footage for this. Well, what I mean by that is, there's one part in particular, the footage I filmed for this series, and that is the wheel. Since another thing I should mention about people in particular that make versus edits, they basically use a wheel. They basically use a wheel and they put the characters' names on the wheel. In Pinochet, that's what I did. But for mine, I used the wheel of names. So Pinochet, and that basically what I'm trying to say is that I put a lot of Thomas characters on there. I'm talking a lot, and I can't really tell you the exact amount that I put on there. But one thing I will tell you is that I put over 400 characters on there. That's how many characters I put on the wheel. And keep in mind, a lot of the characters I did put on the wheel, they're not Tom. Not all of them are actual Thomas characters. A lot of them I put on there are OCs. A lot of people's OCs I put on there are mainly mine and my friend Rebecca's OCs. I also put some other people's OCs on there and put in our chair. And of course, one thing I should mention is that a lot of the characters I put on there are not just engines. I also put rolling stock and human characters on there. So put in our chair. So I figured I'd mention that. So put in our chair. So for this series, I just decided to call it Thomas and Friends Battles, since originally I was going to call it Thomas and Friends versus Battles, but I decided to just go with battles and put it out. So put it out. But who knows? Maybe I might change it to Thomas and Friends versus battles. Or I was also originally going to call it Thomas and Friends versus edits, but I decided to go with versus battle. I decided to go with battles for now. But I still decided to put the words Thomas and Friends in the title. That way you guys would know. Also, one thing I should mention is that when I'm done with the Thomas and Friends battle series, I plan to do another battle series, except with not Thomas characters. Pretty much what I'm trying to say is that the other one I plan to do is one that doesn't involve Thomas characters, but one that involves other characters from different shows and movies that I like, and shows and movies I'm pretty sure that you guys like. So pretty much yeah. But anyways, like I said, I won't talk about that for now. At least I'll be focusing on the Thomas and Friends battle series for now. And also one thing I should mention is that this series definitely won't have voice actors. Like I said, I won't be voicing in it, since all this series will be about is me showing the wheel of names, and then having the characters pop up, and pretty much that's pretty much how it'll all be. So pretty much yeah, I figured I mentioned that. So yeah, so anyways yeah, that's pretty much all I'm saying. So yeah, so before in this video, there's two things I'll mention. Well, actually three things actually. The first thing is that this will probably be the last announcement for a while, but we'll just have to wait and see, since I'm probably not going to be making too much announcements this year, or at least I'm gonna try not to. But then again, this year just started, so we'll see how that goes. And the other thing I should mention is that, like I said, if I do make announcements, I'm gonna try to like sprinkle them every now and then. But since of course I have other things I want to focus on mainly, but I figured that for the first couple of days of this month, I would make a couple announcements. Not too many, not too much. Like what I'm saying. So pretty much yeah, I figured I'd mention that. And yeah, so anyways, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. So yeah, anyways, yeah, what I'm trying to say is that, now without further ado, the final two things I want to mention is that the first thing is that I'm sorry if I accidentally got worse and stuff. And the second thing is, I'm sorry if I accidentally said something bad by mistake. Like I said, I figured I'd mention that, since I always usually mention that in these videos. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and bye everyone. Bye.